biggest issue that I notice on the acquisition side when it comes to co-living is people go, oh, well, you know, that zip code's only a 58% occupancy or a 70% occupancy. But what we've discovered in our mentorship with Quinton is your ability to actually operate is paramount. Like, are you just putting in plain mattresses with nicotine stained walls and it looks like crap? Or are you giving the Ritz-Carlton? Like, what are you trying to achieve in your property? Because every property is a mini business. That's really what it is. So from that perspective, we were looking at this with our property manager before we closed on it. And Corey was like, guys, I like this. This is gonna totally work. So we're gonna find out firsthand as a litmus test, can we get away with really limited common space, but super premium rooms? Meaning most rooms have really large reach-in closets. Every room has a television. Every room has a mini fridge, right? And they're spacious.
So yeah, that was the strategy, was, you know, have just simple there and then make the rooms really, really nice, and we'll see. And then if we got to adjust, we'll adjust.
Can you reasonably live monthly here for $1,500, $2,000 a month?
Far less. Actually, it boils out to be under $1,000 a month. All in, gas, electrical, SRP, Wi-Fi is all included. So if you're gonna go rent a $1,400 or a $1,200 unit, you have to pay all that on top. So here, they have nothing to do as far as like, oh, I gotta furnish the place, I gotta move in. You bring your 2 bags and you're ready to go.
So if I'm making 30 grand a year at my first job out of school, or I haven't gone to college and I'm working, you know, I can live here in one of these units. I don't have to own a car, and I can still live reasonably well.
I want to add a car. I would love to add a Tesla or some kind of autonomous vehicle with the house in the future where, you know, people can just share a vehicle. How about a robot that comes and cleans the house and makes you dinner? I mean, we're talking about the future here. I know it's a bit far-fetched, but hey, maybe in a couple of years, that's not that far-fetched.
I think that's Gordy's dream.
Exactly.
It beats marriage.
Yes. That's funny.
So looking for incentives to retain the tenants.
Yeah. We want to make it. We want to make this the best environment for the price point in which they're going to pay, where people don't want to leave. They go, I can't find this anywhere else. Well, how many companies are just moving here with their data centers?
Yeah, TSMC, Microsoft, NTT data center. I mean, there's so much work. Lucid Motors, the electric cars. Like, there's so many companies that we're even looking at that need workers, and so they'll need operations.
And as that grows, as more companies come here, and this becomes a better place to live, rents go up. The cost of living is gonna go up. So as that goes up, we're hoping to provide a solution for people to have affordable housing. It's super important.
You don't.
I had my guys, there was one set here. There was just a big washer dryer.
Okay.
So I told them, add me a double set. So now I can do a double stack.
Double stack, okay.
And then a double stack. I've got the dryer. Everything could be dual in case there's friction. I don't want friction. As you saw probably in the video, there was a fireplace right over here. So
Yes.
This was a big, huge area. And we went ahead and said, heck, we can put a whole big room here. Queen. We put the same French doors that we had at La Jolla.
But why does that matter, Tim? Let's talk about why that matters on having doors opposed to sliding glass.
Yeah, they can't enter from outside. So we went ahead and replaced this so that they could enter outside and come in and out of their room.
It's an actual door instead of...
You couldn't get through the slide door, you know?
So here's the big one, is if we have a private entrance, that's a door with a code, now your suite is a private entrance. It's a different thing than coming into the front door. So if you're a private person, you get your own privacy. That might be big to you.
So the only common thing you have would be the washer and dryer and the restroom and the kitchen.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to put toilet paper?
That's a great question.
We provide cleaning supplies. We provide toilet paper, paper towels. All of that's included.
How about soap and shampoo? That's on them?
They would provide their soap and shampoo, but we have hand soap and dishwashing liquid.
Okay.
And
so let's just say I'm in the kitchen. I'm making something complete accident and not go up damn milk arms or whatever. You guys have like mops here?
Yeah, mom's right here.
Right.
Mop, vacuum, yep.
Yeah, this was the other half of the room, which again, look how big and spacious this
Nice
room
size,
is.
yeah.
Nice size,
Chair.
nice little chair. You still got your thing there. Again, the TV. So we had to adjust this window because it was much higher. So we had to put in a new window and lower this a little bit so it was the proper height. So everything we do is to code.
Work at home person.
Yep.
The Wi-Fi, do you have to put repeaters in or?
Yep. We have
have
that
them.
too.
We have
Yep.
those in the wall.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Extensions. 2 gig high speed.
2 gig, okay.
Yep. 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 Camera.
This is the primo,
The master. Big closet.
Yeah.
king size bed.
This is a Sealy mattress. I mean, it's really, really nice.
mattress,
This
yeah.
is a
Got a work area, nice little chair.
yeah.
What do you? I'm gonna put it all out there. What are you guys looking to get for this room?
205. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
205.
So in the $200 range. But,
Yeah,
okay.
200 a
All right,
week.
just
Yeah,
curious, all right.
yeah.
I mean, the whole thing was this is the biggest room. So we thought to ourselves, if we have the biggest room, we can throw a king size bed. That'll matter to someone.
Oh, man, me.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Right?
With every emotion that I had, but you don't.
It's so strange.
So we needed 2 egresses.
Watch your videos.
Yeah. You do follow
You
along.
watched the
This is
video.
great. Follow along like Lewis.
Yeah.
Same thing. Got the nice closet. We got a full bed, so we got plenty of space. 2 key codes on both.
Question, I see every room has keys. What are the
Yeah, so the keys actually go in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart keys also?
So we'll take those and put them in case they get locked out.
Got it.
So then they can get in. Had to add an outlet so we can keep this secure. So we don't want anybody messing with the Wi-Fi and all that.
Most of the rooms in here, there was no major change, right? There was already 4 bedrooms available. That's why we have these really huge closets. That's why there was nothing really to do in this room. So room 2, 3, 4, 5 were all original paint. Right, Tim? Minimal paint, furniture, amenities. That's all we did. The biggest construction cost was where that fireplace was. We split the room in half, a couple of walls, and then the first room in the foyer area was the additional room. That's pretty much it. So that's why for this particular house, our cost was really low because the conversion was minimal.
Minimal, okay.
Right? And so that's always a huge advantage when you're looking at deals is what's the construction budget and what's actually required. Because if you look back at the last house that we were at, we're in the middle of construction, but it's all the bathrooms have got to get redone. It's a 1964 house, right? So from 1964, there's a lot of renos that got to get done. But this house was already renoed when the original seller bought it, which was, I would say, less than 5 years ago. And yeah, we come right back through here and we're right back at the kitchen. So I think it's probably a good thing to just really notate that even though this house doesn't have huge common space, it still does have the required common space because we have a full kitchen, we have a full dinner table, we have a full breakfast bar. And so as you can tell, Lewis, you're not a small guy, but did you have a problem walking through here?
No.
Right? It's wide enough for you to feel nice and comfortable, and we could easily put up some bar stools here, breakfast bar, dinner table. But what we're finding is most people don't want to hang out together. They want to do their own thing in their room because they got their own life. And they just like want a nice place to stay where they can access all the various things like fridge, stove, dinner, and then they're off to work or back in the room.
Is there a backyard to this place?
Yeah.
We don't want huge backyards, right? We don't want there to be this wasted space.
And a lot of maintenance.
Exactly. So this is perfect. There's no grass, right? It's pretty small. We could put a shed back there. Lewis, what do we suck at? What have you noticed that you don't like or you disagree with?
I watched a lot of videos on PadSplits, and everyone's a guru, everyone's an expert.
Yeah.
You're the only guys I've watched who said we made mistakes,
Yeah.
and we learned from these mistakes. Everyone else don't. Oh, I'm making $400,000 or $500,000 a year. His returns were no good at all. I mean, I do much better returns in my part of the mission. Oh, it's great. And I asked him about hurricane insurance, and he just sidestepped the question.
Right.
That's it. I jumped on a plane from the East Coast here because you guys answered the questions.
We aren't gurus and we don't have mentorships that we're selling packages. We're just operators. We have, we've streamlined the acquisitions process through our other company. And then this co-living model, it speaks to all of us that are involved to solving a very real problem in this country. So we're providing a solution and we're able to make a profit on it. So why not do that? So that's why we show the good, bad, and the ugly is because I want everyone to know. I want people to know and be more educated on this platform and the ability to do it.
You guys asked for all of the breakdown. This is everything in there. It goes through the title, goes through the seller disclosures. All of that stuff is in here. So that's one part. This is the acquisitions, step one. Then
The acquisition of the property.
correct.
Okay.
So then that contract gets sold to a partnership, and then we have the trust. So we have a redacted beneficial interest of the trust, and then we have the actual trust agreement that has our fiduciary asset protection group. So then once that's created, then we take it to our buy-sell and our operating agreement, which is all ready for you to review. And again, percentages and monies and all of that stuff. So we have that in there. I also, which we talked about insurance, so we have a methodology for how we get insurance, and there's a specific exact way to make sure that the insurance is there. I went ahead and had legal case for PadSplit and case law that shows us where they have won from Stone Mountain Riverdale citations. That's in Georgia. We have a couple. We have Florida Municipal Code Challenge. We have Texas, we have Arizona, Midwest. So we have some Midwest where there has been some challenges, arguments, and case law. And so that is all within this little packet. So
That's for us?
that's for you.
You guys had a lot of questions on what's with the legal side with PadSplit. What do the contracts look like? What does the operating agreement look like? What are all of the fine details? And so the thing that we're doing is we're not ever hiding behind, shuffling it. We wanted to give it to you so you could review it and see exactly what that process is like. And if you have any questions, we want to answer those questions. So it's important to us as operators and business owners if we're bringing somebody like you in, a capital partner, that we're doing it the right way and that you are fully aware and transparent. However, with that said, it's now on you guys to do your own due diligence because we can't give you the green check mark on everything. You got to do your own due diligence. That's super important.
I assume nothing is in writing relative to how you partner with PadSplit.
So that's not PadSplit specific when it comes to like the legal stuff. The legal stuff that we provided was only some case studies that PadSplit had run into. But this agreement, if we were to move forward together, this agreement is not got anything to do with PadSplit. It's an agreement of us working together on co-living. Now, PadSplit happens to be, I think, the best exit for that co-living. But whether we put in PadSplit or MTR or LTR, Section 8, those can all be changed. But I think PadSplit is the way to go. It's a 1-year lease, long-term lease per property. And you just renew them annually.
Yep.
Let's see when it's already occupied.
Yeah, we can go check out Rose. She's 12 minutes away.